What's up guys, I'm back like I never left. In this video we're going to be talking about 3 stocks that are associated with electric vehicle companies. One of them is up more than 700% to the upside when we initially talked about it. So I'm going to talk about the other 2 companies that have similar potential to be up more than 100, 200, 500% in the future. So we're going to go over exactly why these stocks have this potential and what could potentially be happening to these companies and what is the ideal price point to get involved in them. So I'm going to cover all this important information in this video, so make sure you stay tuned. Now let's get right into the video. Now I really appreciate you hitting the like button. If you have any questions, any comments, make sure you drop it in the comment section below. So one of the companies that I'm going to be talking about is going to be blink charging. Blink charging has been performing very well today. It's a soared at 20% to the upside. Now this is the company that we talked about a few months ago, 5 months ago, so you can go check out that video. I was going to explain to you in detail what is the potential for this company, and I went over in detail to talk about some of the charging stations available across the states and also why this stock has been performing very well. So we're going to go over later on, talk about the ups and downs that this company had. But as you can see, the stocks that I covered on those in the video, blink, neo, plug, they're also performing very well. So you can definitely check out that video. That is going to really break down and detail the potential of these companies. So when you look at exactly the stock price for blink charging, it has been through a lot of ups and downs. The stock initially broke out when we talked about it. It was right around below $5. It was a penny stock pick that we talked about it, and I made several videos after that when it was breaking out to the upside right around over here. And then they hit all-time highs, basically made a 52-week high, and then they started to get attacked by short sellers, and the stock decided to dip down to the downside all the way to below $10. So there's been a lot of people that have been skeptical about this company. There was a well-known short seller that came out after this, and they provided some information that maybe blink charging, some of the charging stations that are available out there, they are not performing very well, they're not in good conditions, and etc. The CEO came out and started backing up some of the claims, saying that all that information is not valid and they're actually not in control of those charging stations. They're being put across the United States, so they basically lease it or they sell it to different businesses, and it's up to the businesses to take care of those charging stations that are installed over there. So he explained that, and also once the earnings reports came out, even though the earnings reports were not that solid, the stock was basically trading around $10. It was going up to $10, going below $8, and then eventually it broke out all the way from $14, and then it went all the way to $30. There's been a lot of momentum coming in, with the past few months, when NEO stock was going up, XBEV, all of these Chinese EV stocks, when they're just exploding to the upside, blink stock also went up to the upside. So at this price point level over here, this is also when another short seller came out and attacked it, which is Citron Research. They said that another very important company that we're going to be talking about later on has more potential when it comes to charging stations. That is going to be SPE, which is ChargePoint. So that company definitely has more of the charging stations available, and they have more than 70%. Instead, blink only has 10 to 20% coverage of the charging stations in the United States, so that is a huge difference, and they claim that, and the stock eventually went down to the downside. So what makes this company very special is that this is the only company that still did not do an offering. Basically, they're still waiting. I'm not sure why they're waiting, but we know all of the major companies like NEO, XBEV, even the penny stocks like Solo, when the stock prices just exponentially went up to the upside, they did an offering, and the stock prices sold off to the downside. Now this company did not do an offering, so when the stock went up significantly to the upside, I was also taking advantage of it. When the Citron Research came out, I took a short position because the stock was up to the upside, and then it worked out good, and then again I shorted it and then worked out good. But at this point in time, when there is no offering coming in, I left it and I decided to just not touch it right around over here. Even though the stock is really extended to the upside, now it's more than 1.6 billion market cap right now. So the stock just continues to go up, and there's not a lot of negative news coming out. There's more positive news that is coming out every single day for the past few weeks. So that's been making new 50-week highs for the past few days consecutively. So the most important thing when you look at why the stock price just continues to go higher and higher is that when you look at the share outstanding for this company, it only has 25 million shares of the float. So this is very low. And when you look at the short float, it's 27.5. So there's a lot of people that are betting against this company right now. They're betting the stock price is going to go lower and that is a huge chunk of the shares available. So 25 million is very, very tiny, and the big short sellers are betting against this company, and the company is not releasing any kind of negative catalyst, and the stock just keeps going higher and higher. And if these short sellers, if they decide to cover their position, they have to buy it back, so when they buy back, that's going to add another buying pressure to the stock, and the stock keeps breaking out to the upside. So that's exactly what's been happening. The stock just keeps going higher and higher, and I've been waiting for this company to do an offering for the past few weeks, because almost every single one of these EV stock companies, they did an offering. So, and when they did the offering, the stock dropped 5 to 10% to the downside. They pulled back to the downside. Even Tesla did an offering, but this company is just holding up their offering until I don't know what the price they're expecting the stock to potentially go, but they're holding it to the upside. They're just basically squeezing the short sellers because they've been attacked, so it's definitely a way to definitely punish the short sellers in a way, because they've been coming after this company in the past. So holding it, not really seeing a negative catalyst, and they're just getting squeezed a lot. So this is one of the companies that can potentially be going higher and higher. Unless there's negative news, there's no negative news that's going to be coming out, no offering coming out, it can potentially go higher and higher. So unless, as I mentioned, if there's going to be an offering available for this company, the stock can definitely drop, because it can definitely move a lot. There's not a lot of shares available to this company. And as I said, if there's a lot of people that are going to be selling, the stock can drop, 10, 15% within one day. So today it's up, 5%. Today it's up 13%. So it can definitely be dropping once they do an offering, or once a negative catalyst comes out, the stock can drop. So as I mentioned in the past, this is one of the most successful stocks that we talked about in the past. So if you're somebody that's holding through all of the short seller reports that came out when the stock dipped all the way up over here, and then it sold off to $10. I know people were messaging me also saying that, hey, there's this company's fraud and things like that. But eventually, the CEO came out and cleared everything out, and this stock has been performing very, very well. So right now, it's sitting at a very, very extended area right now. And as I said, if they continue to squeeze the shorts, and basically the stock can potentially be going higher and higher, and wait for an offering to come if you want to buy it, if you want to buy into this company. So an offering comes, the stock can drop more than like 10-20% pull back to the downside. So it's really overextended. But if you're holding it right now, if you have a lot of profit, if you got involved in it when we initially talked about it around like below $10 when it was a penny stock, you have more than 700% of the upside. So that is fantastic. Locking in profits is not going to really hurt before it drops. And if you believe in this company in the long term, of course, as I mentioned when I made that video, this is a long-term play, but the stock just extended to the upside a lot. Like within a short period of time, it went up, more than 500%. So this is the time where you have to question, okay, should I be locking my profits, or should I be doing any kind of additional things to protect some of the gains, So definitely think about it. Now, the other companies that we're going to be talking about is going to be SBE, Switchback Energy Acquisition. So this is going to be doing a merger with ChargePoint, So this is one of the companies that was even recommended by one of the short sellers, which is Citron Research. They said that this company has more reach, that more charging stations within the US, more than 70%. So that's fantastic. The stock been performing very well. We talked about this company when it was around, when initially the news came out that they're going to be doing a merger, and this stock is performing very well, and it can definitely be going higher in the future, and it can be $100+ stock definitely even after the merger completes within the next few years. So it's definitely a very solid company. If you want to get involved in it right now, it's breaking out to the upside. You can just definitely wait. Maybe after the merger is announced, the stock might sell off to the downside a little bit. So that might be an opportunity for you to get involved in it. But so definitely keep an eye on SBE, Switchback Energy Acquisition. So another company that is associated with electric vehicle companies, which is going to be involved in charging stations, this is going to be a new company that's going to be doing a merger pretty soon. So the stock is up significantly to the upside. Ticker symbol is going to be TPGY. So as you can see, this stock is up, close to its 52-week high right now. And the news came out they're going to be doing a merger with EVBox. I'm not sure if that's how you say it, but definitely keep an eye on this company too. That's going to be doing a merger pretty soon. So definitely keep an eye on it. This stock is definitely up to the upside. So if more news breaks out, we're going to be talking about it in detail about TPG why. So if you have any questions, any comments, make sure you drop in the comment section below. Hope you have a very solid Christmas Eve, Christmas Day tomorrow. So catch you guys on another video. Let's get it. Have a wonderful day.